Hey guys, Prince of Macedon here, and don't worry, I'm not gonna do, gameplay. I mean, I'm gonna show gameplay from this free online game, Superhero Squad Online, but the point of this video, I'm gonna talk about the movie Doctor Strange, which came out, I think last week in the United States, and it starred Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. So, first off, I want to say, this is not my favorite Marvel movie of all time. I'd definitely put it in my top 5 favorite Marvel movies, though. I think my top 2 favorites, which I count as my number ones, are, what do you call it? Winter Soldier is my favorite, tied with Guardians of the Galaxy. Those are my top favorite Marvel movies. But I also liked the first Avengers movie quite a bit, and I even liked those, what do you call it? Those other Marvel movies that weren't made by Disney, like, what do you call it? X-Men First Class. That was a great one. Deadpool is pretty good. Like, I know they weren't made by Disney, but it's still a Marvel setting, basically. But definitely, I'd put this movie, Doctor Strange, somewhere in my top 5 favorite Marvel movies of all time. And as a kid, I didn't really, grow up watching or reading the Doctor Strange comics. When I was growing up, I read, DC and Marvel comics, but for DC I read Superman, Superboy, The Flash. When it came to Marvel stuff, I stuck mainly to Silver Surfer, Thor, and the Hulk. I never really got into reading Doctor Strange, but I always knew who he was. I just never got into his backstory. So when this movie came out, Doctor Strange, I was very interested in watching it, of course. And being a fan of, DC and Marvel movies, I prefer DC, but being a fan of both, I had no intentions of skipping any of these, DC or Marvel movies. So even though I wasn't too crazy about watching Doctor Strange, I definitely wanted to see it. I knew I was going to see it, I just didn't know when. So I finally saw it last night. And I gotta say, I'm very pleasantly surprised, because when I was watching the, the trailers for this, it looked really serious. When they showed like the first set of trailers, but then they started showing some more lighthearted trailers. And when you do watch the movie, there's a lot of serious moments, but there's also a lot of lighthearted moments too. And I think for a Marvel movie, it works out really well, because Marvel stuff is pretty lighthearted to say the least. Hey, look at this. There's actually people playing right now. I didn't know people still play this. I haven't logged onto this game in like ages. And by the way, Superhero Squad Online is being yanked from the internet. In January 2017, they're just gonna stop it. So this is the last few days of this game, or last few months of this game. But when I did play this, I did accumulate these special characters here, including Doctor Strange. The ones with the locks on them, like these guys, those are the ones I never unlocked or never bought them. I spent quite a bit of money on this game, believe it or not. I know it's a kid's game, but this is a nice chill game to play when I wasn't, playing Total War or Meta-War. It's this nice chill thing to do. But anyways, so what did I like about this movie? Well, first off, I loved the acting by Benedict Cumberbatch. I think he's one of the best actors to date in Hollywood. The costume for Doctor Strange was freaking fantastic. They made his sorcerer's outfit look really cool without looking, like really cheesy, like it could have easily have looked. So I'm glad the costume looked good. And in this movie, they actually showed, now I don't know if it's faithful or not, but they showed Doctor Strange getting his red cape. And the red cape's pretty cool, because the red cape has a mind of its own. It kind of reminds me of the magic carpet in Aladdin. It kind of does its own thing, but it'll definitely help the person that's using it. I haven't played the game in such a long time. Doctor Strange magic, bam. But yeah, Doctor Strange. Without giving away major spoilers, basically this guy is an actual like surgeon. But he gets in a bad incident. I'll say it's an incident where he no longer has steady hands. Then he hears of this place that cured another guy with a similar, physical condition as himself. And he went to this place to try to cure himself, and he finds out that they deal in magic. So that's how Doctor Strange gets introduced to the world of magic. And obviously he's a bit skeptical at first, and he has a very closed mind towards magic because, you know, he's a really scientific kind of guy, being a doctor. So that's one of his weaknesses, is that he's very, very skeptical of magic. But you have to know that he becomes really, really awesome at magic, and that's basically what the story is. He starts off as a doctor, and he still retains his doctor title, but he also becomes a sorcerer, which is really awesome. And I know I say this a lot, I don't really like an overblown amount of special effects in movies. I think they're really distracting, especially CGI special effects. But in a movie like this, there is no way to show all the magic that they use in this movie without showing, you know, a copious amount of special effects. There's just no way to do it. And I think the way they tackled it was very tasteful. If you can call it tasteful. They did the best job that they could have done, in my opinion. You know, without going overboard on the magic, but it really is an overdose on magic and CGI special effects. Because, you know, there's no other way to tell it without it. So yeah, the cape has a mind of its own, and a magical garment like that, it picks the user. He doesn't pick it himself, so it kind of chooses him. So yeah, one of the things I was worried about, you know, coming into this movie was, you know, the lack of humor that I saw in the trailers. But, you know, eventually they started showing more, you know, more crap that had humor, and, you know, that made it really cool. Like with DC stuff, I like the seriousness of it. But with Marvel stuff, I like the lighthearted nature of it. And this movie definitely has a lot of lighthearted moments. Really awesome. Let me get my special trinkets. So yeah, I am playing a kids game, but, you know, you can argue that all video games are for kids. Let me get my hair up here. Just so you can see it. So, did you guys watch the movie? Did you like it? And how many of you actually were familiar with the storyline of the movie without having seen the movie? Like, did you actually read the comic books growing up? This is a very old comic, by the way. Like, super old. It's like, it's older than my time. Flat. Let's do another hero up here. I guess we waste these guys really fast. Boom! But yeah, I'm not here to beat this level. I'm here just to talk about the movie, basically. This is basically a vlog about my thoughts on Doctor Strange, and I'm just showing gameplay from this game, Superhero Squad Online, as a backdrop. But yeah, I did buy this character a long time ago. Wait, did I buy it or did I earn it? I don't know. Very cool character. Now I want to talk about some of the controversies of this character, because in the comic when it first started, Doctor Strange was portrayed as a caricature of an Asian stereotype. I guess you can call it that. So there was some controversy from the PC crowd out there, you know, talking about how Hollywood is quote unquote whitewashing it by featuring Caucasian actors in non-Caucasian roles, which I have no problem with that, guys. Because if you ask me, I don't want to offend my PC friends, but if you ask me, you know, bashing Caucasian actors for portraying non-Caucasian roles is just as racist as the things you claim these people, you know, as the crimes you're claiming these people are violating. Like, I have no problem with this guy portraying, I guess if you could call it a non-Caucasian role. I don't know if it is or not. I know in the comics that, you know, there were pictures of the original Doctor Strange, but his character did evolve. But I just don't think it's important in this situation to cast, you know, an Asian person as Doctor Strange. And if you guys don't know, I am Asian, and all of my Asian friends didn't care either. That's not to say that there are people who are offended by this. I'm just not one of those people. I think sometimes people are just out there trying to pick a fight over nothing. It's a freaking movie, and Cumberbatch is one of the greatest actors of our time. I mean, what better way to honor this character than having one of the best actors of our time play it? Marvel's lucky to get such an actor for this role. So yeah, I just don't care that he's not a good actor. I just don't care at all. What the hell? Sorry, my controls are messed up. Anyways, yeah. So that's just a note, because I know a lot of my friends are on the more PC side of things, so they bash a lot of people who enjoyed this movie. They even bashed me for enjoying this movie. Are you freaking kidding me? Guys, it's a freaking movie. And yeah, I'll stop it right there and just say, hey, you know, I enjoyed the movie. Why are you trying to stop me from enjoying this movie, guys? It's a freaking movie. It's a comic book movie. What else do I need to say? The costume was amazing. Oh, I loved Rachel Adams, or Rachel McAdams. It's that girl from Mean Girls, Regina. I forgot her name already. She is pretty, she's a pretty good actress. Like, she's a really good actress, actually. There's a lot of, like, funny moments that she performs pretty well in. Also, a lot of serious moments, too. I think they gave her a wide range of acting in this movie to show off her acting skills, and I think she showed them off really well. Oh, also, there are 2 extra scenes. One is in the middle of the credits, and the other one is at the very end of the credits. You gotta stay for both, because the one in the middle of the credits hints at future involvement of Doctor Strange with other Marvel heroes, and then the scene at the very end of this movie hints at what's to come for a Doctor Strange sequel, so you gotta watch both of them. I still can't believe people leave before the credits. I mean, seriously, in this day and age, why would you do that in a Marvel movie? I don't understand it. Now, you know, you guys might think I'm a Marvel fanboy. I do like Marvel, but I actually prefer DC a lot better. Like, Superman is my go-to superhero. Love Smallville. I love the Man of Steel. Man of Steel is still my favorite comic book movie. I know a lot of people disagree with that, but I love that movie. Had a lot of weaknesses, but it had a lot of great moments too. So that's really all I want to say. I'm not going to actually go through this whole level, it takes too much time. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about the movie. What did you guys think about the movie? Did you like it? How do you guys feel about, you know, the casting roles? Were you offended by it? I was not. How do you feel about the costumes? How do you feel about future Marvel movies involving Doctor Strange? How do you feel about the sequel to this? Now, try your best not to give any major spoilers. That said, this is a talk about the movie, so please expect spoilers from the comments that you read here. Like, sorry, I'm trying to warn you now, I can't control what people say. I can try, but I can't really control it. Alright, that's all I want to say. I will see you guys later.